Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Transatlantic. This is their part number GH-DS406-3. Doorstop DS. 406, I'm going to say that that's a reference to the old Ives part number 406, which meant that it was just a convex style wall bumper like this. Okay. The US3 is meant to mean polished brass. That doesn't mean its base material, but given the fact that the scalp plate is not magnetic, I'm picking up the steel behind here, but I'm going to say that this entire portion, the scalp, well, maybe not scalp plate, but this cover plate, which is wrought, is solid brass, is a thin piece of brass, but nonetheless it's made of brass. You have your steel backer that's here. Installation of this is literally by piercing a screwdriver through that rubber hole to get to the head of the screw. You're not going to break the rubber hole. That's not going to be permanently damaged at all, so that's how that gets installed. This is also going to come with a couple of different anchors, what would look like a roll plug, the red one, and then the white one would be for like a hollow wall type application. I would use the red one if I was going into a grout joint, masonry construction. I'd use the other one, of course, if I was going into drywall, okay, or hollow wall. So this is a very common piece of hardware. This is a wall stop. It is meant for, certainly you could use it for push and pull, and you should certainly use this for push and pull. About 2 3/8 diameter. Diameter of the projection of the base about 3/8. A projection of the whole wall stop is 1 inch. And what I was saying earlier, you would use this for a push and pull, like on a bathroom door. You don't want that pull handle to just crash into the wall. But you would use this for those types of lock sets that do not feature a push button or a push turn button. The convex is used for a lever that's closed, a storeroom lock, a classroom, a passage, but a privacy or an office or an entrance that has a button, you would want to use the convex style that has a little recessed area, hollow area for that button to neatly fit into, so that every time you don't open the door and it hits the stop, you're not relocking the door. And that's the difference between concave and convex. There is a link below this video to the product or the general catalog, and that's a tour through a variety of different builders hardware available from Transatlantic, known as Global or known as Imperial. Transatlantic I can speak about in a first-hand basis. This was a company that was in business for several decades in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Sandy was our rep for many, 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 many years. And the ownership of Transatlantic sold it to Global, and that ownership merged the two, got rid of the bulk of what Transatlantic was known for. Transatlantic was a name of a import hardware company, good quality material, good quality people, good value, that had a catalog that was that thick, and much of that was stripped away. And probably because there was no market demand for it, I would imagine. Folded into the Global name, Global Transatlantic. All of it now is under the Imperial name. And what that means is it's imported hardware, commercial hardware, door closers, exit devices, wall stops. Like so many people who do imported builders hardware, price, quality, availability, that sort of stuff. They do a reasonable job with what they do. This client wanted what was being branded as Transatlantic, and here it is. So that link will show you the other related items. The reason I'm bringing it up is if you wanted the concave style, you would certainly be looking at the GH-DS401, which is on page 4 of that document. That's the one you're going to use with your functions of locks that have push buttons, push turn buttons. Okay. Wall-mounted, convex, suitable for all wall conditions. Sure, I don't see a problem with that. Wood, concrete, drywall. Bumpers constructed from a durable rubber, wrought steel and cast brass. Wrought steel. I would say that should be flipped around. I'm not going to tamper with that description. I don't see that. Yeah, it does say wrought steel and cast brass. These are going to be wrought versus cast. What they're referring to is, if it's cast, it's probably the floor stops. So I would say that this is wrought brass exposed plate with that steel construction on the inside. That's what I would say. Got a little bit of brass here. That's not going to be steel. A little bit of brass, a little bit of steel, rubber, your screw. The rest of the extended description tells us it's polished brass. 2 finishes available. Polished brass and satin chrome. If you're not sure which one you need, order the concave. It'll work in all instances. You don't have to worry about it. But you'd certainly not want the convex when you have push-button functions. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the transatlantic products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website and a link to the current product catalog. I do not have a scan of the original transatlantic catalog. I wish that I did. I don't even possess a actual printed copy of that. That would have been many years ago, probably, you know, mid-90s sort of time frame to have that. It would be beneficial if you wanted to see all things that are currently available. Bottom of the screen, right of center, click manufacturers, go to Imperial. I think it's Imperial USA it might be called. At least currently. Imperial USA is what it's called. That will show you the current umbrella of what's available from that organization. Any questions on the transatlantic branded GH-DS406 in a US3 finish, or any other transatlantic global Imperial product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.